John the Field, the racing experts. Aric, what were you thinking just through the overtime when Allgaier kind of washed up and then everything afterward?
Well, when we went off into turn one, it was just a contest of like who was going to lift first, right? And so we both drove it in way too deep on 60-lap old tires, and I knew that him being underneath me, he was going to have his hands full, and he did, and he was really loose and kind of chased it all the way up, and I was trying to give him room, but the more room I kept trying to give him, the more he was sliding up into me, and we pretty much ran all the way up to the fence, and I had a ton of marbles and debris on my tires, and when I saw the 17 drive around both of us, I was like, oh, there it goes. And when we got to turn 3, he missed. He got loose in and tight across the middle and missed the bottom. And I immediately got hope back. I was like, okay, we might still be able to do this. And so, we went down into turn 1. I was able to close the gap. And then at that point, going down into turn 3, I knew I just wanted to try and loosen him up. I was not going to crash him. I mean, I think you guys have watched me race enough. That's not how I race. So I wasn't going to go in there and just wipe him out. But I certainly tried to pack air on him and get him loose, which I was able to do. And then at that point, it's just about throttling up and racing to the start-finish line. It's a drag race from there. And, I felt like if we rubbed fenders and smashed the fence a little bit, no big deal, right? Like we're racing for the win. And so I thought it was exciting. I had an absolute blast. I had a grin from ear to ear almost all day, battling with the 7 in stage 2, and really all day. I thought that we put on a great race and that it was really fun.
To follow up on that, you and Justin Allgaier came up around the same time as young guns, and now you guys are both fathers. Kind of the older guys. I don't want to call you old, veterans and whatnot. But
I'm old. For the sport's sake, I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is it like racing with him, and what's the relationship you guys have?
Well, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Justin, and over the years, I feel like we've actually grown to have a great friendship. I respect him a lot, but our families get along. Him and Ashley and the girls. We occasionally do like Bible study groups and community nights together, and so I think the world of their family. They have similar values to Janice and I, and the way we raise our kids. And Justin's a great husband and a great dad, and so I think it's so fun to do this. And to share it with your family, and I love that Justin and Ashley do that, and Janice and I do it the same way. And so we're competitive on the racetrack, absolutely, but we smile and wave at carpool line at school too.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports. Do you race that any differently if you are racing for driver points or Alex is racing for driver points?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he finished second, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't crash him. Yeah, I thought it was fair. I didn't go in there and put him fuel cell deep. I got him loose, and I was able to get some clean air on my nose when he slid off the bottom, and I just throttled up, and we raced to the start-finish line. I mean, we rubbed, right? But, like, these cars will go back to the shop, they'll tear them apart, and they'll rebuild them. Like, I didn't knock his front clip off. I didn't overly damage either one of our cars. We just got wheel marks on our cars, and we rubbed the fence a little bit coming to the checker. But I'm not gonna loosen him up and then just wait to go back to throttle and let him just drive off and beat me to the start finish line without trying. So I don't think I do anything different.